Detroit, just to thank them. From the city of Detroit, the director of the Immigration Affairs, Roberta Torres. Roberta, where are you? Raise your hand. And also his co-worker from Housing and Revitalization Department, Office of Immigrant Affairs, Shafwan Ahmed. Shafwan, please stand. And then where's Reverend Dr. Diane Christofferson? Reverend Diane, where are you? Reverend Christofferson, where is she? All right. She's from Lenawee County. She's done work with the Adrian Dominicans out there and would really like to organize in that area to get those legislators to vote for the driver's license. So, Reverend Diane, thank you very much. All right, Father Okeke, if you could leave him, let him come. Leave him alone, come on. As Father Okeke comes forward here, from the beginning, Strangers No Longer, the goal was that the circles of support in the parishes would not be like a little clique. Am I talking too fast? The circle of support, if it's a clique, then that doesn't work. It does. The job of the circle of the parishes is to relate to the whole parish. And so Father Okeke is going to come forward. If you've never been down to E-Course, where along the river, E-Course has a great history of smuggling from Canada back and forth. Liquor would come from Canada, slaves would go to Canada. It was kind of a two-way street. And so E-Course is a great place, but even better is St. Andre Basset, the community that Father Okeke has been building and encouraging. So I'd like Father Okeke to address the question, what do the circles of support do, not only for immigrants, but what does the circle of support do for the parish? So please give a great round of applause to a great person, Father Okeke.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be with all of you and with all of us here. First of all, I want to use this opportunity to thank Veronica Camerana, who is from my parish, who is in the board, and with her husband, who are very much involved in the parish work, especially in the Strangers No Longer. And I want to, when he called me to talk about what the gift of the circle of support to the parish, I look at it in two ways, two perspectives, and the interconnection. What the circle of support gives to the parish and what the parish gives to the circle of support. And I like to begin with a story of a mom who, after giving birth to 4 children, no longer feels good with herself because she feels that she had added weight. And during the summer, she desperately wanted to go and swim in the pool. But each time she kept trying one bathing suit, couldn't do that. And she was kind of ashamed of herself. And then one day, her 6-year-old daughter came to her and said, "Mommy, come and swim with me. Come and swim with me." And the mom said, "No, no, no, no." She kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And then they went into her room, and mom tried one, and then tried another one, and then tried another bathing suit. And finally, the little girl said, "Mommy, this one is good. This one is good. You are so beautiful. Let's go." And so the mom believed her daughter. And they went into the pool. The girl jumped. And the mom hesitated. And the daughter said, come on, mom." The mom jumped. And for that moment, she began to feel well within herself. The mom has spent her life loving the little girl. But the little girl is loving back mom. That's exactly the way it goes. Because we might be thinking of what we give to the circle of support, the immigrants. But we sometimes forget what the immigrants give to us. And that's this interconnection. That's what I want to talk about very briefly. As a parish, the gift of the secular support gives to the parish is, first of all, in the social teachings of the church, we are supposed to welcome strangers. We are supposed to welcome immigrants. We're supposed to be a welcoming, caring community. That's what Jesus Christ gave us. And so the secular support provides, the gift of the secular support to the parish is it provides us the opportunity to practice that. It provides opportunity to be caring, to be welcoming, to break the barriers that divide us. The secular support gives the parish the gift of practicing to be better people, to be better human beings, to be better Christians. And that's not minimal, that's not small, because that's what we are in this world to do. At the end, Jesus Christ will tell us, I was a stranger and you visited me, you received me. I was naked and you clothed me. I was sick and you visited me. So that is a very wonderful gift the secular support gives to the parish. It provides us the opportunity to care, to have that mind that is in Christ Jesus, to welcome everyone, and to break down the barriers. My parish is a multicultural community and I love it. I am from Nigeria and I have an experience when I was in Italy for 7 years. The first time I came to Italy, I had no language. I couldn't say, I had no word in Italian language. I can't even remember who took me in. I went as a student, but there was a parish that welcomed me. And they transformed all my efforts to speak Italian. They transformed them into humor. We would laugh because I would say a word and it would mean something else. And they will laugh. And it was amazing. That community, I don't forget, San Corino, northern part of Italy. And when I went to Austria to study German language, that community chartered a bus and drove all the way from Italy to Austria to bring me food. That is how, what they give, the way we treat immigrants, that they provide an opportunity that we can become better persons, better Christians. So it's not just us giving to them. They have provided a lot for the parish as well. And so, each time, every Mass, I always say, who are the new visitors? And they will stand up and we sing a song of welcome to them. And thanks also to Camerena family and a good number of others. I attend their meetings sometimes at the secular support, the women, the men and the women. Very good people. And then what is their gift to us? Again, it is very easy for an immigrant to be locked up in himself or in herself, in self-pity, and feeling a stranger, and feeling different. Staying at the corner. The gift the parish offers to the secular support is not just financial. We provide the financial support, we provide moral support, but above all, we also provide a space for them to feel part of the community, to move out of themselves so that they don't feel different, they don't feel strangers, which is beautiful that this group is strangers no longer. So they don't feel that they are separate, they are apart from us. We hug them. I try to learn their names. Right away, I like to learn the name of everyone. We make them feel at home, make them feel part of us. And so, once they move out of themselves and begin to feel part of us, you know what is going to happen? They'll be very active in the parish. They become active. Some of them are Eucharistic ministers. Some of them are lectors. Some are Even some join others to clean the church on Thursdays. Volunteers. In fact, the other day I came out, during the summer, I came out and I saw a husband and wife. They were trimming the shrubs around the parish. They didn't tell me. They were doing that because now they have begun to feel that this is part of their home. They are part of this community, that we have given it to them. And so it goes, it's a two-way street. And when people come into the parish provides them this opportunity to free themselves from soliloquy of the self, that they can move out and be a part of us. And as a parish, we also receive this gift that they offer to us, that in helping them to find their feet in a strange land, in a foreign land, they are making us better persons, better human beings, and better Christians. Thank you.
See what I mean? You see what I mean, right? Okay. One thing he said that Father Okeke goes to the circle meetings when he can. But part of the problem I've seen in some circles, I would say, Jesu, sometimes us too, we don't invite the pastor or the pastoral leadership to come to our meeting. We just forget. So what he said there, I just, let's give Father Okeke another round of applause. Now, if you would turn on, take your agenda, and look on the back side of the agenda. On the back page, it says, expanding your circle, building community. How can you engage the entire parish? So somebody, I forget who it was, Linda Tamala came up and said, do you have copies of all these speeches that were, all these ideas? I mean, there were probably 100 ideas that came out. It's on the back of the program. Por atrás en el programa. Disculpe que salga en inglés, es mi problema, pero okay. So here are some ideas in that top box of how you might engage the entire parish. So I'm just going to go through these, and then at least you have them, okay? Now, I also have to say, the reason why we are focusing today on the parishes, on the circles, and the high school, but the reason why we are focusing on the parishes is because last year, the staff resources, much of it went where? To Traverse City and the Gaylord Diocese, to the Saginaw Diocese, to building the youth. And by the way, how do you guys feel about the youth coordinating committee? How do you all feel? Okay? Yeah. Thank you guys for taking leadership. So over this past year, we haven't spent a whole lot of time on the parish circles, but you see this is what leaders do without extra staff support. This is what happens, all those shout outs. But here's a couple things that I lifted up. The monthly potluck, it's a potluck food at Jesu with a check-in. The second bullet point, inviting a representative of the Mujeres. Martha, where's Sister Martha? All you have to do if you want a speaker is call Sister Martha. And there are several that are trained and ready to go. Invite the county sheriff. You're going to hear this one, we'll save that for later, but the county sheriff, the Sheriff's Association has become a problem. In terms of the driver's license, they're using stories from 2011 to scare people into voting against the driver's license. So we need to go visit, have the county sheriff come to church once in a while. St. Michael's has a book club discussion every August. Father Dave Bursmeyer, is Father Bursmeyer here yet, Martha?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. No.
Father Bursmeyer, he's no longer a pastor, he's a retired priest, and he's young, active. You know, he's 70 years old, he's still young. But he's ready to go into your parish. So where's Karen Hogan? Are you still, Karen, are you here?
Over here, Bill.
All right, so, yeah, resurrection, he came, what, half hour, 45 minutes, something like that?
Really well received.
Got there on time, finished on time, all right? All you have to do is get on his calendar. He'll be here. Adopt a family. There were a lot of stories of adopting a family in crisis. Inviting the entire parish to go to Lansing on March 19th. Invite the whole parish. You don't have to be members of the circle, but invite everybody. Or we're talking about, there is some talk about a trip to El Paso. A delegation from Strangers No Longer to El Paso to really be part of the action there for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Kim Redigan is talking about doing that with, aren't you talking about, you did okay, good. This is an election year that's coming up. You probably didn't notice, but there's going to be an election in the fall. Having a candidates forum, not just with Jesu Church, but the other churches in the region, to have maybe in all the Detroit parishes having a candidates forum for U.S. Senate. This is one of my favorites. Nativity, they just mentioned it briefly. They did a spaghetti dinner. Now, they didn't do a spaghetti dinner to raise money, right, Nancy? Mike, where's Mike Klein? They didn't do a spaghetti dinner to raise money, Deacon, right? They did a spaghetti dinner for the parish. Now, of course, everybody wants to know who this is that did the spaghetti dinner, but it's Strangers No Longer, okay, but it was really a gift. As Father Okeke said, it was a gift to the parish to hold a spaghetti dinner. Simple. It's stuff that we used to do before COVID. And then finally, the immigrant women's circles of support. Martha and a couple of the leaders of the Mujeres are talking about recruiting, just doing a recruitment drive. Okay? So at least you've got some ideas to take back, share them with your pastor, share them with your circle. All right? Is that all right? Okay. Now, where's Rich? I need your little help here. Rich, we're going to, how are we doing on time? We're going to ask you to meet the people in your region. So we're going to ask you to figure out, look around, who's got a number, the same table number as yours, okay. But so look around, and you'll have to figure out how to move your chairs. This is not like church where there's pews. You can actually move but I'd like the first 2 rows right here of Region 4, the first 2 rows, if you would go and sit over in those chairs there. I'll tell you, you'll see in a second, the first 2 rows. And then Region 6, Angelica and Blanca, would you take your region all over there so that it's Traverse City, Gaylord, plus some people from Detroit. Okay, so region number 6, if you would just go over there by those chairs. ¿Está bien? ¿Está bien? Okay. See, okay. Region 6, go and meet with. These are like the meanest, nastiest people in Detroit. So you got to teach them how to be. No, they got to teach you how to be meaner and nastier. And then there'll be a couple of students. Amy, you'll be there, okay? All right, now, so we're going to take about 15 minutes and ask you to figure out how to make a circle of the people in your region. You can push your chairs over there, make a circle, and simply go around the circle and introduce each other. Who are you? What do you do in your parish? All right, make a circle in your region. Okay, please, Detroit. Deacon, I don't know,